Hello everyone, today my topic is the application of historical area photographs in urban archaeology, the case study of the site of Xanadu. The site of Xanadu is located in the present-day Zhenglan Banner in Inner Mongolia, China, on the southeast border of the Mongolian Plateau. Xanadu was founded by Kublai, who was the fifth Khan of the Mongol Emperor and also the first emperor of Yuan dynasty in China. Xanadu was known as the summer capital of Yuan dynasty. In 2012, the site of Xanadu was made a World Heritage Site. The Mongol Empire of the 13th and 14th centuries was the largest contiguous land empire in history. It emerged from the Mongol homeland under the leadership of Genghis Khan. In 1206, the empire grew rapidly over 5 decades military expansion. Monk was the fourth Khan of the Mongol Empire, ruling from 1251 to 1259. He ordered his younger brother Kublai to receive the viceroyalty over North China from 1251. In 1256, Kublai decided to build a city at his residence, where near the borders of Mongolian Plateau and North China. This new city was built from 1256 to 1259. A few years later, renamed as Xanadu, but when it was built at first, its original name was Kaiping, and Kaiping was only used as an important residence city in Kublai's territory at first. In 1260, Kublai was proclaimed Khan in Kaiping after the death of Monk Khan in 1259, but his younger brother Eric Bok also announced that he would fight for the throne of Khan by taking Karakorum, the traditional base of Mongol Empire, as his military base. In order to oppose the ruling political force of Eric, Kublai announced Kaiping to be the capital of the empire and renamed it as Xanadu. In Chinese, Shangdu means upper capital. The Eric finally surrendered to Kublai in 1264. In 1271, Kublai Khan officially established the Yuan dynasty in the traditional Chinese style. Xanadu and Dadu were both used as the capital in the whole Yuan dynasty. Dadu was another new capital established in 1272, which nowadays known as Beijing. Xanadu was burned by native Chinese resistance in 1358 and again by the Ming government in 1370. Today, at the site of Xanadu, only ruins remain, including city walls, city gate, watchtower, foundation sets of the palace, and also abandoned building ruins of residential houses. According to the archaeological report, the distribution of the remains in the site of Xanadu can be mainly divided into 5 parts: the palace city, the imperial city, and the outer city. These 3 parts are all areas surrounded by city walls. The 4th part is the ruins of neighborhoods, which are distributed in 4th direction outside of city gates. Finally is the site of Tifangan Canal, which was an anti-flood facility for the whole city. The city area is a square facing the south from north, with stats of about 2,200 meters. It consists of an outer city and the imperial city in the southeast of the capital, and the palace city, situated north to the middle of the imperial city. The palace city, as the core area of the Xanadu, was the place where emperors lived and dealt with state affairs. The archaeologists have completed the survey and excavation in the city area, including the location of building foundation sets and the general direction of load remains. As for the neighborhoods, the archaeologists have excavated several large building foundation sets, such as granary and official buildings. However, there are still a great deal of building foundation sets and road ruins in neighborhoods unexcavated. The area of neighborhood is obviously much bigger than the city area. So, the large building complex and the general direction of road ruins can be recognized by the aerial photography and satellite imagery in the case that there is no archaeological excavation. Here are the satellite images of the site of Xanadu in 2010 from the Google Earth. The historical area photo taken by Center for Area Photography, Museum of Chinese History in 1987, and the historical satellite image in 1970 from USGS declassified data. To illustrate the feasibility of the method, we can first compare the images of ruins on the aerial photo and the satellite images with the archaeological drawing. As we can see, details of building shapes are not clarity on images, but the shape of the yard is recognizable. The general direction of road ruins can also be recognized from aerial photos, which are same as a result of archaeological excavation. Although due to the different image clarity, road ruins which are recognizable are not exactly same in different aerial photos. There are still road ruins that can be both recognized in two different photos. Through the series of comparisons above between aerial photos or satellite images and archaeological excavation drawings, we can conclude two patterns to recognize the road ruins in aerial photos or satellite images. One is a continuous line of shadow in blocks of building ruins. The other one is a continuous line of shadow in the middle of a narrow strip of building ruins. The narrow strip of building ruins are always surrounded by the dark area of water. In some cases, even if the continuous line of shadow is not explicit, the road can be identified by the narrow strip of building ruins, since this kind of building ruins was resulted from the road with buildings along both sides. With these two patterns, we tried to recognize the road ruins in west neighborhoods and east neighborhoods from the aerial photos and the satellite images. Some special point can be found through recognizing the road ruins in neighborhoods. First one is the main road ruins in west neighborhoods and the south part of the outer city. The east-west avenue in the outer city is in one line with the avenue in west neighborhood. This east-west avenue is obviously separated by the western wall of the outer city. An archaeological excavation has proved that the city wall of the outer city pales over this east-west road, and the outer city walls, was built later than the road. That means the outer city walls was probably That means the outer city walls was probably built later than the palace city and imperial city. According to the historical records in Yuanshi, there was some new construction, such as palace buildings and Confucius Temple, after Caping was renamed Xanadu. Thus, we may have an assumption that there were two periods of the construction of Xanadu city. First period was the initial establishing of Caping city from 1256 to 1259. Only the palace city and the imperial city areas were built. The east-west avenue outside the west gate of imperial city was also developed in this period. The second period may be later 1263, when Caping was renamed Xanadu. The outer city was constructed to become a larger city that a capital should be. With this assumption, we can analyze the layout of main roads in Palace City, Imperial City, together with two roads outside the west gate of Imperial City. All of them have been proved by archaeological excavation. The east-west roads are in line with each other and also connect with city gates. If we add the road rules that we recognized in east neighborhoods and south neighborhoods from the historical satellite image before, we can find that the road network and the layout of city walls are in a regular symmetrical form. This morphological character suggests that the layout of Caping city walls and the roads had been overall planned and designed. The regular form of planned road network is obviously different from the irregular form of road, which was not planned before. What's more, the elaborate planning of Caping City also reflected in its site selection. Caping City, located in an ideal natural pasture, which has pleasant summer climate and also has sufficient water and grass. The Zandig Wall of the Luan River system flows from west to east in the southern side of the city, and mountains surround the Caping City in western, northern, and eastern side of Caping. As we can see in the digital elevation mode, the north-south central axis of Caping City points to the mountain hills outside the city. This is designed for the landscape view in south and north direction of Caping City. In fact, at the first stage of the construction of Xanadu, the site selection of Caping City not only satisfied the demands of Mongolian nomadic lifestyle, but also followed the traditional Chinese feng shui theory for site selection. The picture on the right shows the best site for house, village, and city in feng shui theory, which is similar to the analysis of site selection of Caping City. And these are the summary of my presentation. Thanks for your listening.